I'm here at the Blockchain Innovation Conference 2019 in Amsterdam, and I'm here talking to Irene Lopez de Vallejo from Ocean Protocol, actually one of the founding team. And you're going to be on stage actually a little bit later on this afternoon talking about building ecosystems and alliances.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit, how did you get started with Ocean?
Actually, Ocean started as a response to the lack of data availability for AI, to develop more robust and equal AI. This was a couple of years ago. And a team of people, experts on data sharing, data exchanges, blockchain and AI came together and founded the protocol in November 2017.
Yeah, and we actually met a few months ago at the Odyssey Hackathon in Groningen.
Yes, we did.
I think that's very relevant for building alliances and ecosystems.
Yeah, absolutely.
What did you think about that event?
I loved it.
Why?
Yeah, I loved it. I thought the master of ceremonies was amazing.
Thank you.
I was there as a Jedi, and a few of my colleagues were there as Jedis, and a few of my colleagues were there as one of the teams. The purpose of building collaborations and having everybody on the same room for 4 days to actually build practical applications of blockchain was really rich. I really recommend that event for anybody that has an idea and wants to have expertise parachuted into the team and help them build and raise their profile and raise awareness of their solution.
And you're going to be talking this afternoon about building these ecosystems and alliances.
Yep.
So without giving away too much of your talk, what's your perspective on that?
I think building alliances is essential for every business, particularly for the blockchain space, because it's not something that one single company or one single group of people can actually do on their own.
Yeah, although we have seen companies trying that, but I think now we've generally come to the conclusion that's not the way forward.
I'm a big believer in collaborations. I'm a big believer in actually leveling the playing field for all different actors to come together and being able to contribute. It doesn't matter if they are small or large. And that friction in the collaboration space and in the innovation space, I think is much better achieved from big, say, constructs or alliances. Yeah.
And we were talking a little bit before we went live on camera, and you mentioned a great word, cooperation.
Cooperation.
So this is competitors who are working with each other and cooperating.
Yeah.
This is obviously something that Ocean Protocol is particularly suitable for doing. Can you give us an example of an industry or a project that you're working on where this really comes to light?
Yeah, so we have been part of and members of MOBI, MOBI, the Mobility Alliance for the Automotive Industry. Group of companies that realized that on their own, with the data they had, were not going to be able to single-handedly develop a level 5 autonomous vehicle.
Yep, because no one company has enough data.
Exactly. It was going to take an amount of time, and that was going to give competitive advantage to other organizations that might not be necessarily on the automotive space. They came together and they have actually done a really good job in raising awareness of the potential of blockchain technologies. We are one of the partners, one of the technology partners, providing part of the infrastructure, the protocol and network to help build a marketplace or data supply lines that actually can solve problems. And that is the spirit, this competition. Everybody is a competitor. Everybody comes together with a single idea in mind. Yep. Yeah, let's open up our data, let the best algorithm win, or the best intelligence win. But that is a leveling playing field type of play, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so sharing the data, I mean, if we talk about, you mentioned level 5, so that's like fully autonomous transport. Not quite there yet, but it's going to happen sooner than we think. I mean, obviously the number one factor is safety. Yeah. And so if we have hundreds of companies building their own data sets versus sharing all of those data sets, everybody gets stronger, but it doesn't allow for, as you said, a single advantage, because that has to become in how you're using that data. So like you say, a level playing field to begin, and then let the best companies win. Great, that's great capitalism, but with safety as the goal.
With safety as the goal, in a secure environment when you can actually trust the data is not going to be misused, with all the good characteristics that the blockchain technologies can can provide to this, and actually a really good place to experiment with new use cases. All those companies coming together with sort of similar problems, building pilots and proofs of concept, and with a real need. So that is the type of partnerships, alliances that are driving these technologies. The companies that are taking this seriously, that want to take technology into production, and they're making an effort. It is a road, it's a path, it's a journey, and we are particularly we're advocates of open source. We believe that this new layer of technology, this new Web3, needs to be built on open source, and that is something that this consortium in particular is taking on board. We can actually use open source and decentralized technologies to build this future.
And then everybody can trust in the system, but also contribute to the system, so everything gets strengthened. So that makes the building of alliances sound easy, but I have some experience in building ecosystems. It usually doesn't start quite so easy. What are the common pitfalls you see happening over and over again when trying to build these kind of alliances?
It's people. It's personalities, it's egos getting on the way. And I really mean this, is if the people get it and has the will to actually engage and collaborate, a small group of people can move mountains. Then there are other issues. There is the maturity, culturally, internally. Corporates, large companies need to invest in changing the internal culture. Data is important. Why? What happens with our data? How do we want to take our data forward? It is not an easy road. But I really think that, plus all the legal compliance, etc. But I think those are solvable. And technology-wise, I think we have really good tech, solid tech, robust tech. Tech is you can. You can use it. It's a tool.
Tech is no longer the goal. It's
but
the tool.
People getting that, and actually, it's a leap of faith in many cases. I cannot see how this transparency is going to work, but actually,
kind of trust the process.
And actually trusting the teams. So actually, my team really knows what they're doing. I should actually trust them and put them on the right path. I mean, that's my experience. So you've been around this world of AI and crypto and blockchain and distributed and etc. for quite some time now. What's the thing you hope to see coming next? A total invisibility, blockchain not being talked about, being part of the backbone of
just
our...
being as normal as the internet,
it's
for
like,
example.
I mean, just like block what? I mean, I can do really interesting new things with it. I feel secure and safe that my data is mine and is not being misused. And really, I think we need to develop a more safe, secure, digital life. We need to build that type of thing. I think that is the next step.
And obviously that fits perfectly with what Ocean Protocol is trying to do.
That's at the core of our mission and vision,
And I can imagine you get to come to quite a few of these types of events and tech events and etc. What's the one thing you've heard in the last, 6-9 months where you think that was a really interesting perspective and it changed how you were thinking about something?
Okay, I'm getting quite excited by the concept of decentralized innovation.
Decentralized
innovation. Okay. There are a few academics here in the Netherlands that are actually writing about that. I think taking those, and I think many of the people talking this morning were talking about decentralized innovation without talking about
without realizing it.
And I think that is something that we need to educate companies and governments about. It's not just open innovation, it's decentralized innovation is the next step.
Okay, so decentralized innovation, maybe you hear it here for the first time. I'm Nick Stevens here at the Blockchain Innovation Conference with Irene Lopez de Vallejo from Ocean Protocol. It's been a pleasure speaking to you, and
Thank you.
I wish you good luck when you speak on the stage later this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.